None of us can predict the future. The office of prophet, long gone. Only God knows the future as he ordains it, raises up one king, drops another one down. He knows the future. No human does. Nevertheless, we can take a look at the signs of the times and start to imagine, where could this be going? A system of freedom must be a system for a religious people. Otherwise, that system will become corrupted and abused. The founders understood this, that this type of democracy, representative republic, capitalism, is only sustainable if the people are moral. Increasingly, they are not. So what's next? If this type of culture can't survive, well, different rights will be taken away. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, it's simply a matter of time. I don't believe that this type of persecution is an if question. It's just a when question, and I think it is going to be coming very, very quickly. Once you get rid of rights, then what do you have? You've got the strong dictating and demanding, this is the way that it's going to be. And right now, progressives think that we collectively, as a culture, will make those decisions. Specifically, we will. We liberals will, because we're winning the day. Little do they know that that type of totalitarianism with the majority ruling doesn't last. Somebody will rise up to the top and tell everybody what to do. And when that happens, look out, church, it's going to be a Lulu. I think we're already in that funnel. And my encouragement to you is not to have you freak out and panic, but to be aware of it. I fear we're whistling by the graveyard on these issues. There are assaults on Christianity everywhere, and the tea leaves read, persecution. For instance, in Dallas, Texas, a church had a member, fellow was a member, who had for years struggled with same-sex attraction. And they worked with the fellow. He was repenting. He was resisting those urges and temptations, the way a Christian does. Well, it was revealed that he had a boyfriend, and he refused to break up with the fellow. And so the church pleaded with him, repent, repent. He would not. Ultimately, they sent him a letter 1 year ago, which the fellow now just released on the 1-year anniversary of the letter, that made him feel terrible, that kicked him out and told him he wasn't good enough for the church. No, wait, that's actually not right at all. I read the letter that the church sent. Dear fellow, we love you. We care about you. We want nothing more than your good. Oh, please repent. But because you have not, the Bible in Matthew 18 teaches us that we must set you outside of fellowship. We can't let you say that you're a member of this church. It's not good for your soul. It's not good for the witness of the church. They practiced church discipline, and this kid put the letter out through social media. Whoa, the firestorm that ensued, the people going after those hateful Christians who won't let somebody who just wants to love another fella go to their church. They're backwards in their thinking. They're just Neanderthals, and they need to be stopped. That's just a sign of the times. There are signs of this everywhere. Do you recall we shared with you the study that was done by 2 Johns Hopkins professors who took a look at all of the sexuality surveys and concluded a narrative contrary to the progressive transgender gay narrative that they're trying to sell? What was the response of Americans? The response was from a progressive organization stating, okay, Johns Hopkins, you take that back. You denounce their scholarship. And if you don't, we're going to give you a rating that's going to affect your business. What is that? Well, that's just bullying. That's totalitarianism as a collective as opposed to an individual. But the point is precisely the same. Let's go to Switzerland. There is an organization, you're probably familiar with them. It's called the Salvation Army, and they have themselves a nursing home. There was a piece of legislation passed that said, even if your Christian values say that you do not want to help people kill themselves, you have to. Well, the Goodwill fought it. The Goodwill lost. And now they are going to be told, if somebody wants to die, you must help them, or no government money for you. What is happening? All of these signs point toward this is not looking good for the church. And we would be wise to simply prepare for it, not get as much potable water as we need to. Do that if you want to. The freeze-dried food, whatever you wanted, but prepare your heart, mind, family, and local church for what is bound to happen. Ask yourself a question. What is different about the people in Switzerland who are forcing a Christian organization to kill people on their request? What is different about those Swiss people versus American people in power? I don't know of anything. What is the difference with this generation? What has changed that makes us different than Nazi Germany? What's changed? Nothing. What is different with American culture and the people who inhabit it that is different from the North Korean wicked men who torture Christians and run them over with a dump truck, making their heads pop? What's different? And the answer is absolutely nothing. That is why we need to be aware and not asleep in the light and just thinking, it's all good, that won't happen here. I don't know how this is going to go down, but it does appear that it is. Are you ready?